This is London calling in the overseas service of the British Broadcasting Corporation.
I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received, and that consequently this country is at war with Germany.
The pocket battleship Graf Spee, which has been for many weeks preying upon the trade of the South Atlantic, and met her doom.
Mother dear, I'm writing you from somewhere in France, hoping this finds you well.
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall never surrender.
Hang up the washing on the sea free line, 'cause the washing day is here. Whether the weather may be wet or fine, we'll just love along.
Das Oberkommando der Wehrmacht gibt bekannt. Ein im Atlantik operierender deutscher Flottenverband unter Führung des Flottenchefs Admiral Lütjen im Seegebiet um Island auf schwere englische Seestreitkräfte. Das Schlachtschiff Bismarck hat hierbei einen englischen Schlachtkreuzer, wahrscheinlich Hood, vernichtet.
The sinking of the Bismarck was due to the cooperation of the RAF with the Navy. And Rodney, which did some pretty work with her 16-inch guns.
Ah, this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning. But the Japanese High Command had declared that a state of war existed with Great Britain and the United States.
The German Navy, so proudly built up by that smug strategical genius, the Führer, is slowly but surely being wiped out. Now the Scharnhorst, the 26,000-ton battleship, has gone to the bottom. A not unusual result of action against the Royal Navy.
Led by a powerful British escort, the main body of the surrendered Italian fleet is transferred from Malta to Alexandria.
Signed the act of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe to the Allied Expeditionary Force.
Back across the China Sea for the last large-scale surrender at Hong Kong, where today warships of the Royal Navy ride at anchor in the harbor.
Hello and welcome back to the port. I'm the Gaff Major and this is the usual Friday night live stream. Tonight we'll be playing ranked and got the usual division buddy. We've got Sax in the background. Obviously you won't be able to hear him, but he can hear me and I can hear him. So hopefully that should keep it mostly PG, I guess you could say. So Hello, Mike. It's Gaming. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Warships Live as well. You're still at school. If we'll have to see how we do in ranked because we haven't been able to make any progress as yet. But if we do end up in a position where we do move into standard play, then obviously I will run an open division. Hello, Vaz. Yes, Sax does have some explaining to do. Yes. And good evening, Cheese Toasty as well. Right, we're going to get that launched in the background. Better get the music going as well. Let's see. How is everyone doing this evening? Sean, hello. Like I said, I want to play ships while watching Major and interact with chat, but good. Glad you're well, Mike. It's going. And there's Sax. Yeah, Sax has turned up. So, me and Sax have not been able to get any ranked pre-played. That's Sax's fault. Right. Sax's car's fault. We won't go into any more into that. Yeah, so what is it? Season 18 of ranked, tier 6 ships, divisions of 2 only. Winners keep a star, losers lose a star, best loser doesn't lose or gain a star. I think 3 map rotation. What else was there about this one? Can't really think much else there was. Vaz, can you repeat all of Sax's radio chatter as you play? Like those shows where the person has to do everything and the person says it in the earpiece. Yeah, we're just getting reports now. Cheese Toasty, good thanks. How about to boot the game up and remember the stream. Usually forget as Friday's usually alcohol and warships for me. Well, we do have a large, generous serving of rum on the side, but we're going to try and save that for later in the stream. We've got a 2-hour stream scheduled. We're hoping we might push it to 3 hours, if that's okay with you, the Sax. Well, Sean, being on Facebook, someone's 100% rank, won 14 straight, very jammy. Ooh, that is very jammy. And I don't expect us to be able to do anything like that. Cheese Toasty, I've never bothered with ranked. What's the requirements to rank out? Basically just, I think it's win a total of 14 stars in this instance. Here we go, locked in at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Obviously, we have a slightly longer queue time because Sax is playing a DD and we're in a division as well. So obviously we have to join the DD queue and then also the division queue. So our first game is Domination on Neighbours. Enemy team is the Shasho, a Talon division with a Cheshire, a York and a KG5. Well, I think in this case I'll just follow Sax. Talon on the other team is a bit of a concern. 9-kilometer radar for 15 seconds duration. York has 5.4 kilometer sonar. Apart from that, should... Yeah, sounds like a plan. So, as per last stream, I'm going to be dipping in and out of the chat. I'll probably focus more on the chat when we're in between games, obviously because we have that 2.5 minute queue time. When we are in game, I'll probably be very solely focused on the game. And we're just doing the same kind of division style we did last time. So last time at tier 5 we had the Exeter and the T61. This time we've got the Fiji and the Z35. So very similar. Some of you may ask, why not the Belfast? Because Belfast doesn't come with torpedoes. And I do like to have a bit of point defense in order to protect myself. Enemy Talon spotted at 15 kilometers away. Enemy smokescreen spotted in that general location. That has to be the Ishashio as well. Spotted, so the Ishashio is closing in. what we're going to do, we're actually going to quickly swing it round. Engage the Ishasho from our starboard side.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes dead ahead.
Now I think we might be able to sneak it into Sax's smoke screen.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes to starboard.
So I managed to do 4.5k against the Shashio. Sax has done about 5,800, so the Shashio is down by about 10k of HP. Sax has managed to get away with a lot of... Also, the Shashio's used her probably one and only torpedo reload booster. I guess we'll start working on the KG-5. Shashio spotted, so switching. Just doing a bit of a stagger fire because of the... Oh, nice. KG-5's 10.3 away. Sax getting some nice torpedoes in the side of the KG-5. Knocked his engines out, but he's damage controlled those. So against the KG-5, initially he's angled against me, so I'm aiming for the big superstructure. Because that is basically the place on the ship I'm most likely to get penetration. So as he goes broad, I'm going to be changing my aim line to the deck line. I don't think I'm going to get a torpedo, but you never know. No. And what I want is most of those shells to be landing amidships on the deck line if possible. And we've lost one of our cruisers. Going to reposition to the south-ish, I think. Because the question is the enemy going to try and turn around that island? York's going north. Trying to cover Sax, hence I'm moving this side.
Smoke generator activated.
Oh, direct talon's there, so I'm going to have to just try and angle against the Cheshire on the assumption that the talon's going to put his radar on. No worries. Torpedoes are going to hit the KG-5, it looks like. There's the Talon radar. Not much I can do against the KG-5, but the Cheshire I can just angle against. Explosive fire and smoke, 4.4. Okay, nice. Sax has dropped another smoke for me. Nudge.
We sank an enemy cruiser.
Right, switching to the York. It's going a bit faster than I thought. Right.
Torpedoes dead ahead.
Watch out for the torps from the York.
Torpedoes dead ahead. Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes direct front.
I think I'm going to push north and try and pinch the Cheshire. If the Helena can wait. If not, we'll have to see. But yeah, we seem to be doing all right. G says here, wouldn't the Cheshire overmatch you, Major? Mostly yes. Should I be able to overmatch my bow? My armoured belt and stuff, actually, yeah, she should be able to overmatch most of my armoured belt. There's only really probably my lower armoured belt where there's additional armour thickness. So yeah, Cheshire can be quite scary. The only downside really for the Cheshire is her general slow DPM. So it just becomes a matter of who can make the most hits, I should say.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
There we go. Right. So, game 1 done, and it's a good result, thank God. Let's see how we do that then. So Fiji, first star 1, 83,000 damage, 3 kills, high caliber. But the reason one is like the difference between me and Sax is very marginal as well. That's quite nice actually. Both doing our part. Let's see, where did we get in the chat? But Major, it won't be bad if we could hear Sax. It's okay for if it's okay for arena and ranked. Yeah, I mean, Sax did mention it at the start, but like when we just divvied up at the start. The issue is I got to work out how that would work, like fit in with my streaming setup, because I have to make sure the game audio goes to the laptop. There might be a way around it, but I'm yet to figure it out. And I think me and Sax might look into doing it in the future, but we're gonna have to do like a dummy stream almost, just to make sure I get all the audio settings set up properly in OBS and also with the console and stuff. Because I'm gonna have the game and chat audio all come through the TV to the headset. So it means I'd have to change my output device, these headphones. It's there is a solution. It's just I need to work it out, and I don't want to be trying to work it out like with a 5-minute countdown to the stream going. Just as the usual whiskey or rum here, Major. But a friend recently got me into trying wine. That's fair enough. I do like a nice red wine every now and then, and sometimes a nice white wine as well during the summer. And one thing I started doing a bit more this year was getting dessert wines, because the wife likes her wine quite sweet, and so I found that she actually quite enjoys dessert wines. So I've been getting, like if me and her are going to have some wine together at home, I'll get a bottle of dessert wine, and that goes down quite well. She's totally tannins dangerous. Cheshire can just overpen you more than likely. Yeah, with this thing, it's like I think the combination of having the tannin and the Cheshire left was quite dangerous. Like I said, I'm just playing the Jervis. I want lightning badly. You haven't got the lightning yet, Mike Escape. I can't believe that. She's totally love the Jervis. Being playing between it and the Macedate. Yeah, no good. Two nice just choices of hybrid destroyers there. GG, much obliged, Vash, much obliged. Let's see what we're up against. Same map, enemy team, La Terabel, Fiji, Nagato, KG5, and Colorado. So 2 16-inch gun battleships, 1 14-inch gun battleship, 1 6-inch cruiser, and a destroyer. Now, La Terabel more than likely is running go all out. I mean, that's the main reason why you'd run a French destroyer in ranked. Is you're going to run that go all out and go for that negative 20% detectability, and either rush the enemy DD and hope it's not supported. Yeah, I'll hope it doesn't have sonar, like Sax says, because obviously Z35 is again this thing like in ranked. I'd always recommend a hybrid destroyer, and Z35 is a very good hybrid. Torps are potentially a little bit on the weak side, maneuverability is a little bit on the poor side, but the sonar and the guns quite good, and the HP too.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
KG5, Nagato, Fiji. Yeah, I was going to say, judging by the enemy team, it looks like they are certainly coming this way. So I'm going to stop and drop a smoke here.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
First of all, I'm surprised. Ooh, someone else is shooting me out of the Fiji. Yeah. Yeah, you got a torp in the Fiji. Oh, there goes the Fiji. And I'd be tempted maybe to see if you can get somewhere like a little bit closer to the Nagato that's pushing in. So in that way you're kind of like between Alpha and Bravo, and then we'll see what the Litera does, because I think our battleship over at Bravo should be okay capping it. There's the Litera. That Literabel's being a very slippy customer. so that's going to go into the island. Enemy's not really pushing the Alpha capital then. For any Gneisenau, I should read that Le Tarabel is coming over towards him. He should just get back, really. Alright.
Smoke generator activated.
Just gonna work the Colorado over for a bit.
Smoke screen set.
Our team has taken the lead. Victory is in sight.
Don't know, but I wonder if the Colorado is going to be in range to spot me. And I say goes to the Tarabel on the enemy team. Nope, she's turning away. I might be able to be a bit more brave and push a bit further north. It's quite amusing. The enemy battleships, they keep threatening caps like they're going to push in, and every time they nearly get in, they turn around and drive away. As long as on the moment, I'm just going to push up, but I just need to stay about 9.3 away from the Colorado, really. But yeah, this game's pretty much secured. The enemy's not played quite aggressively enough. Our Gneisenau's played nice and aggressive on that flank.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
There we go. That was well on caps. Fiji played far too aggressively on the enemy team and just got blapped. The Tarabel didn't really play aggressive enough or decisive enough. He should have, like, if he was going to go for the other cap, he should have made that decision a lot more quicker. And the enemy battleships just did not play aggressively enough until it was far too late, and even then they mostly played a bit too passively. Gneisenau on our team, very good job. Zach's doing a very good job there as well. Very nice. Right, that's 2 for 2. See if we can keep this going. See, where did we get to on the chat? Oh, good evening, Jamming. Good evening, good evening. GCC, saying that Cheshire overpens like no other. That's the reason I sold plus the no carrier game with an AA loadout. You don't necessarily need to have an AA loadout on the Cheshire. I still like the Cheshire quite a bit because she has some really quite tanky armour. And most of the time I just run her as a HE ship because she does have very good fire chance. Will do sex? Jesus, is it worth bothering with ranked as a solo player? I'll be honest, the rewards have never enticed me. Vaz says it's a big no. Me and Sax like playing as a division. I think playing it solo can be quite questionable at sometimes, I guess you could say, because obviously you can't, like, when you play in division, I know I can rely on my division mate. I know that I can trust them, they can trust me, and together we're going to push this through, we're going to communicate. When playing solo, you have no basis on who you're working with, what your team's going to be like, and sometimes playing solo can be incredibly frustrating. So the only time, when I used to sometimes play it solo, I used to usually play a destroyer because I felt I had more control on the game, and I didn't have to rely so much on my team to secure the win almost, because I could control the cap almost, and the caps were usually the wins. But yeah, she said thanks, that sells. Then yeah, don't play solo. I mean, it's the closest thing to competitive play, but it's, I don't like the way there's a destroyer cap on it. I think at the end of the day, I'd rather just say let the player base balance it themselves. If there's loads of destroyers, stop playing battleships and start playing cruisers. That's my personal opinion. And really, battleships have a slightly lesser rolling ranked, so it does always slightly irritate me to see so many of them. And usually, I mean, there's obviously good battleship players out there, and if they want to play a battleship, then fair enough. I mean, I've seen some people have been sending me screenshots and stuff, and they've been having amazing games in battleships. I think someone sent me a Kraken that they did in a battleship. But at the other end of the scale, quite a few people play battleships because they're not the greatest of players, and battleships is like the safe class. Oh, we're locked in, Sax. Dr. Kandrew, whenever I see the stream title, I think about drinking. Oh no. As long as we don't turn into AA anonymous. Or AA. Let's see. Enemy team. Yukaze, very dangerous torpedoes in a division with a Boise. Boise does not have radar, thank God. Fiji, Algeria, and then Nelson. Interesting mix-up. And the same map again, so I think me and Sax are going to... If it's not broke, don't fix it. We'll probably just keep doing the same tactic, I think, for now. Hello, AJ. Hello. Dr. Country, are you actually a cavalry major? No. The extent of my military experience is limited to cadet. Being a cadet between the ages of 13 and 18. Apart from that, I'm just a military interested in military history, and quite a lot of the family that I've married into are ex-military or still serving, so there's kind of a bit of an affinity, I guess you could say. Marcus Gaming, I'm playing solo and rank 4. Ooh, you must be doing very well. You must be getting some good teams. Jamming, destroyer cruiser are the best for solo because you have a better chance to dictate when and where you fight. Yes, that's very true. Okay, enemy Boise, enemy Fiji. I incredibly suspect the Yukazi is going to be pushing in, so I'm already going to start dropping the smoke screen here. Here comes the Yukazi.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
I've just got to be wary of Yukazi torpedoes because they do about 20k damage each. There's the smoke, so we will probably chance our arm some torpedoes into that smoke. There's the torpedoes. Sax has got to try and find the gap. Have to leave that. That Algeria's got her engine boost on. She is moving. Okay, acknowledge. Her engine's knocked out, it looks like. Have you got her in sonar range, Sax? Okay, I've got a torpedo hit into the Boise, I suspect. Nice. Switch into the Algeria. No. Standard. I think 4.4. 4.2. Now the Citadel on the Algeria is quite... obviously it's got spaced armour, but it's right close to the main armoured bow. Okay, switching to the Boise. Well, this is certainly a team who's not faffing around. They are pushing and pushing hard.
Smoke generator activated. Solved, sir.
Okay, Boise's angling in, so time to go for the superstructure. Now, Citadel on the Boise is quite low in the water, but it's slightly elevated towards the front funnel, I found. Oh, we need to turn the other way to engage the Fiji. Oops. Okay, that Fiji's going to be close when you pop out, Sax. Oh. Close to death, I mean. Oh no, he's not. Oh, no. He's healing, oh boy. There we go.
We sank an enemy cruiser. Victory is in sight.
Gotta start laying another smoke screen.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Oh, I just picked a whole bunch of oopsie daisies. Oh, she's stopped and accelerated. Oh, nice work, Sax. Nice work. That was a quick game. Oh, 4 XP off each other, both from a high caliber. Very nice. Oh, idea. Let's see if we can keep this going. This is working out quite nicely. Let's see, where did I get to? Just to say, I admit I didn't know that you got reward for each rank. I only saw the 250 doubloon reward at the end. I'm cruiser main, occasionally destroyer, but very I won't say that word. But rarely battleship. Yes, that's a very interesting spelling mistake there. But yeah, quite accurate. But yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to play cruiser, you can do cruiser. Things like Cheshire could be quite nice because she has the armor to resist for 15-inch guns, but she has a very low DPM. Surrey, Trento, Mayuku, York all have the capability to resist 14-inch shells in varying degrees. So they're usually like if you want to have a semi-tanky build, but there's not many 14-inch gun battleships at the tier. Smoke cruisers, obviously, you do have the Fiji. Belfast can be quite interesting. If you are interested in, like, if you can do a kitey build, or if you want to go for a chain smoke build. The Indianapolis can be very interesting because she has 25-second radar with a 9-kilometer range. But yeah, like there's quite a few good cruisers really at the tier. And I think depending on your playstyle, you can always pick the perfect cruiser for yourself. So yeah, being a cruiser main and playing ranked is fair enough. You almost just got to hope your DD does the right things, like actually contests the caps, plays the caps, spots and things like that. And usually the word, I mean, it's probably not 100% true, but generally the worst DDs are usually the people who play Japanese DDs because they focus on trying to torpedo ships rather than going for caps and spotting the enemy DD and stuff. And really, if you're playing ranked, I'd highly recommend either a hybrid, or after a hybrid, you probably want to go for like a gunboat, and then a torpedo boat being probably the least recommended class. The reason being is a torpedo boat, you can't really self-defend yourself against an enemy DD, and so as a DD, your primary encounter is going to be against the enemy DD. That's your initial counter, because as soon as you counter that, and if you can successfully destroy the enemy DD, the game's in your hands, the palms of your hands, I guess you could say. What's life? I'm gonna be. I think I might be playing ranked or stream, unfortunately. Pablo, hi Major. Was just wondering how I send you a capture battle. Best game I've played since playing World of Warships Legends. Quite an exciting ending. I'd recommend. There's the email address down in the description, and there's also a little video about how to convert captures, send them in via WeTransfer or email or attachments. Enemy team, Yukazi in a division with Italian. Oh, that's the interesting combo. 9-kilometer radar, 15-second duration. Algeria, good Eisenhower. North Carolina is quite scary because she's got 16-inch guns. I guess we'll play the Charlo.
Action stations.
Yeah. Makes sense to me. There we go. So what map's this? Chiden. They've changed this map, haven't they? Yeah, they've changed the arrangement on this map. Usually the cap used to be focused around these two islands which straddle B and C. It used to be a single cap. Now they put two caps on this side. Has it... Actually, they have done this before, but it hasn't been for a long time. Tallinn, that means the Yukazi is also making a push into here. So I might just use my first smoke of the game here.
Smoke generator
Yukazi's got me spotted. I'm going to use my sonar as self-protection.
Smoke screen set.
Judging by the way the Talon's positioned himself over from the right side of the end, I suspect the Kaiser's going to try and come down the right. Oh, yeah, the Yukazi's got perceptive, but so I guess she just blind fired those torpedoes on your bearing. Sonars. Cannon's turn now. Find out in a second when I lose my smoke, whether I'm spotted. It'll give me an idea if the Yukazi's within 9.3 of me. No, Yukazi is not within 9.3 of me. Oh yeah, that makes sense. The Talon's got it. Hmm.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
So the Yukazi's gone on the battleship hunt then.
Wir wurden entdeckt. Kommen Sie zurück.
Our team seems to be a bit of a rush to get themselves killed. I've got nothing in range. Algeria is not in the range enough, unfortunately. Sure, I thought the ranked would be full of Vilmas. Partially, I was kind of expecting the same, I have to confess. But we haven't seen one Vilma yet. I'm going to open fire on the Algeria because I've managed to isolate the North Carolina from myself. Me and Sax need to take on 4 enemy ships. Eldra is weak. I got to push this flank with you, Sax, so I can use spotting. To be honest, if we don't push them, we do win on points, don't we? But I'm just thinking, like, let them push into us, then we might be able to pick them off one by one, rather than us trying to, like, engage all three of them at once. Yeah, I'll see if I can get rid of the Eldra without getting blapped by a battleship. Goliath now is not coming round. I'm also spotted while on fire, so Yukazi's within my range. So he's probably behind me. No, I can't reach. Managed to go just undetected, so I think the Yukazi's somewhere behind me. Yukazi does have RDF. I should have the Eldra spotted. Yukazi's in Bravo. Oh, North Carolina managed to get a line of sight, I think. Let's see. Oh no, most of it went into the island.
The enemy is about to win.
Yukazi's behind me. Oh, the Gunai's now is very close too.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Now I'm gone. Or extend the smoke. Ooh. She says Italian's my favourite cruise at the moment, along with Fiji and the Aoba and up. That's fair enough, fair enough. Fun time favours overpens below 5 kilometers, but above that it's Citadel City. Yes, yeah. That's understandable. She has got like a Hipper class style arm scheme, so Tallinn can be quite tanky actually as well. Also, so refreshing to have some armor at tier 6. That is very true. Actually, the Kriegsmarine Warhammer captain today. Oh, you received him. The one that does both cruiser reload and AP as an inspiration. Definitely considering that on my Tallinn build. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I'd be an interesting one for like an open water like cruiser build maybe. But yeah, I think this game's going to be done for, unfortunately. It's interesting to see the Yukazi and the enemy team play so independently of the Tallinn. That's going to be all she wrote very soon. First loss of the evening. Oh no, it was me, was it? By 40 points, bloody hell. We managed to catch up with the chat anyway. Yeah, Tallinn does seem to be quite an interesting choice for ranks, considering she has quite a capable armor scheme. Plus she's got turtleback armor, 7-inch guns. I think she got 7-inch guns, actually. So she can overmatch quite a lot of the enemy cruiser bows. No, she can't. No. She'll only be able to overmatch, say, Fiji and Belfast, Atlanta and Flint. But then again, yeah, it's not. Just about as capable as probably any other cruiser at the tier. Interesting. Can't remember the name. I'd consider him for Hipper captain, but I much prefer the maneuverability of Lutyens. Von Muller. Although I think isn't Von Muller the maneuverability captain? No, Lutyens the maneuverability captain, and Von Muller's the offensive defensive captain on the German cruisers. And so if you want like a pure speed build German cruiser, you do Lutyens inspired with Muller and Fraser for an all-out speed build. Mike is going to finally unlock the lightning. Very nice, very nice. Enjoy the lightning. She was once a very, very powerful destroyer at the tier. Obviously, she's been power crept with the introduction of some other destroyers, but again, she's still pretty good. While we're waiting to queue into a game, might as well do the usual stream plug. If you chaps could give the stream a thumbs up and all that malarkey, it'd be much obliged. Obviously helps with promoting the channel, promoting the stream. Yeah, Mully is the offensive commander. The guy is more AP pen perks. That's it. Yeah, like Lutyens base trait gives you like AP damage, I think. But yeah, Muller has a lot more of the AP capabilities. Lutyens maneuverability, but his primary is the damage increase. Yes, increased cruiser AP damage. It's quite amusing. Because of course with the German cruisers, they are very capable AP vessels. Mass, Southern Dragon and a Mayuku in a division. Now, the Southern Dragon is basically a Mayuku, but the advantage obviously using her is that she's a premium, so obviously she will earn more credits and have a lower ship service cost for ranked as well as standard. Then we also have a Snop and a Gneisenau. Snop 16-inch guns, Gneisenau 15-inch guns. So it's not a bad matchup, because usually Gneisenau can't hit anything. unless it gets close. So potentially expect the Gunais now to play aggressively. Every mass good hybrid destroyer has got sonar. Not to the same range as I said, 35. I think it's, I want to say 5 kilometers. 4.2. I had to get my little cheat sheet out. No, I'm going to start turning out a little bit earlier on this map now, with the intention of not pushing all the way up to the edge of Alpha. The reason being is sometimes getting spotted before the enemy DD has obviously shown himself. Okay. But look, looks like the looks like the enemy team has focused the Bravo objective. So we're going to turn in now. Yeah, they have most certainly focused the Bravo objective. Knowledge, torps on inbound. 2 groups of 4. Enemy masses most certainly in Bravo. More torpedoes. Probably Mayuku torpedoes, so they might be Japanese long lancers, but they're just running out of range now. Spotted, so the mass is within 9.3 of me. I'm going to try and close up to the island a bit. There's the right knowledge. Have you got your sonar on, Sax? We have good Eisenhower inbound. Just gonna have to watch ourselves against the snop.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Nice, switching.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
I've only got 2 turrets on him. That's all I needed.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Right, locking guns off to the starboard side. Reason being is I want this area over here to be my escape route. It's a bit risky though having that because obviously the synop's down there. But I'd rather us, I think, escape that way. Oh, we might be able to say cut the Maiko off then. Oh, there's the 7 Dragon, so I'm going to work the 7 Dragon over. If you want, I'll spot the Southern Dragon for a bit. Yeah, that's fair. I wanted just to light him up just to give you an idea where he was. Quick boop, and we should be able to get back in the action. She is definitely swinging round to try and bring torpedoes to bear, because the Maiku does have slightly rearward facing torpedoes. So I would expect torpedoes in the vicinity of this area.
Smoke generator activated.
So I've got to make myself slim towards those expected torpedoes. Should be the Maiku gone.
Enemy cruiser sunk.
Right, because the Snop's gone for the island, I'm going to have to go make sure that the island stays between me and the Snop. Nice work, Sax. Still got my sonar on for 28 seconds. I'm not seeing any Maiku torpedoes. So I think we can actually go for the cap. Snop is not going to be engaging us. I think we're all done. Sax has still got over about half his HP left as well. Now, can we engage the Snop? No, the island's not going to allow us. Well, now we can. Maybe? Just. Now Florida's got loads of HP.
Victory is in sight.
I might chance sticking my nose out and seeing if we get some defender ribbons on the Snop. It's a bit risky, but I do have 2 smoke screens left, thank God. Ooh. Oh no, he's got guns trained over here. We'll have a quick chance. There we go.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
We'll probably get one more. No, I don't think we're going to get any more volleys off.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Oh, I think Sax is going for the push. All for one and one for all. Tally ho. I'll get the other side of him. I'll get a cross talk going just in case. There we go. Oh wait, we'll have a look at the scores of that, sorry. Right, finally up to rank 5. 79. Ooh, very shh, Sax. I don't want to hear it. Right, we'll keep cracking on as always. And I'll catch up with the chat in the meantime. Let's see, where do we get to? Just to say, I usually run Luchans and all with Fraser and Muller for max speed. Gets my over above 40 knots. I do love myself a 40-knot cruiser, I have to confess. Like Scamming, but the new German commander is a monster. The premium, the DAP orientated commander. That is true. It's very true. Just to see, you're referring to the mains build. Ooh, I believe the guy I'm referring to is Reinwald or something along those lines. Yeah, but basically the Black Templar. We just call it the Black Templar. The Warhammer, not War Thunder, like it's going to be. Let's see, we're over an hour. Oh, I don't want to start the rum yet. That'll be a bad decision. I'll save the rum until probably the last hour of. We'll probably see if we can push this stream for about 3 hours. See, we won 4 and lost 1. What would you think is an acceptable level to get to, Sax? Rank 3? Yeah, we'll see how far we can push it. Might get going. Nice attack. I now fear you guys. Nice ending, Major and Sax. The ending was epic, yeah. Just tally ho and bum rush the Sinop at 4 kilometers range. But yeah, but got lucky on the Mayuku, because those torpedoes I fired were meant for the Snop, and the Snop appeared to actively dodge those torpedoes, which initially made me think they were spotted, but then the Mayuku just like sailed broadside onto me, took a load of citadels, and then ate those torpedoes. Sax managed to torpedo the Southern Dragon as well, so that was the enemy division like mopped up. The mass, I recognise the name on that mass, Heck, but I don't know. But then again, you don't know how many hex plus numbers there are. Do you recognise that name, Sax? Okay, that's alright. I think we may have played against him in previous seasons of Ranked, and we've like bumped into him on more than one occasion. Then it could just be like a random heck is the best way to put it. The load times do seem to be a bit longer this stream in comparison to the last stream, probably because it's tier 6, but at least we are getting locked in about 2.5 minutes. So, Trident. Enemy team, Ognovoy. Oh, that's a lot of radar on the enemy team. Belfast, Atlanta, and the KG5. I'm probably going to aim for like that square there to try and provide as much cross fire for you. But yeah, that is a lot of radar. All of it 8.5 kilometers range, 30 second duration, and a lot of DPM to back that up as well. Now, thankfully, my tech speed being 9.3, I can kind of use that semicircle or that circle to work out vaguely how to stay outside their radar range. It doesn't mean that I'm free, like completely clear should they decide to push my smoke. think he's just chancing his arm, because sometimes I have seen that work. Chancing your arm and blind firing.
Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung.
Enemy Belfast, which is working with the Atlanta, appears to have headed towards the Alpha camp. So potentially we might only have one radar cruiser at this camp, which is already smoked up.
Capture that area. Festgelegtes Ziel konzentrieren.
Right, I think I'm going to smoke up here, Sax.
Smoke generator activated. Alle Stationen, brauche Feuerunterstützung.
Amusingly, even though a enemy Belfast went straight for the Alpha cap, hasn't capped it. Okay, acknowledge. Expecting the convoy to accelerate forwards rapidly. Because the convoy's gone around the island, I'm switching to Belfast. I might get a torp in the Belfast. Nope. Yeah, she's really snug. Oh, there's the Atlanta. I'm gonna have really cozied up. I managed to clip him.
Concentrate fire on the enemy warship. Hull breach. We're taking on water.
Right, oh, no, I'll finish the convoy. Okay.
Nice work. Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set. Nice work. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Right, nearest enemy radar ship to my knowledge is the Atlanta behind the island. Yeah, I'm pushing up generally with you. Aim is to try and stay isolated from the KG5 if I can.
Feuer auf gegnerisches Kriegsschiff konzentrieren.
I'm going to smoke up here, I think.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set. Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Nice. His engine's knocked out. That does make him a bit of an easier target, and looks like you're going to get more torps in him. I think he's flooding.
We sank their battleship. Victory is in sight.
Right, I'm going to try and pinch the Atlanta with the Talon. Atlanta's weak. New Belfast has taken a bit of chip damage. Okay. Guess we pinch the Belfast in the MBT then.
Feuer auf gegnerisches Kriegsschiff konzentrieren.
Belfast is smoking up. Which means we'll have to be getting closer. Right, let's see. Let's stretch those legs. Let's see if we catch up the chat. Heck 11. I think it was Heck 53. Something. Giuseppe returns to War Thunder recently as an ex-PC player with what a mess. They nerfed the economy even more this last week. It was bad enough with premium in the past, now it's even worse. By nerf the economy, does that mean they've made it so... Because I know that obviously some of the complaints I've heard about War Thunder has been things like the amount of grind that you have to do just to move up, and also to level up certain vehicles, I guess you say, because it is like a multi. Right, it's an all arms combat almost. It's just obviously just no infantry. Although I think the one thing I really did like about War Thunder that I saw was almost like a player was in charge of a squad of like AI. They played one of the AI, and then they could jump in tanks and jump in aircraft and command the infantry and things like that. That did look quite amusing. Yeah, Italian definitely put some work in. I think Sax, you beat me on this one? Yeah, you did. Yeah. We just got good positioning almost. But yeah. She says hopefully they don't know what radar is. Well, it could be worse. I mean, back in the day, people used to not know that you could equip radar to the shores and the Bedoini. So quite often you'd see them, and you'd be like, does it have radar? And then you see it launch a catapult plane, and you go, oh yeah, they forgot what radar. They don't know what radar is. So you can breathe easy. Hello, Stumpy. Hello. Nice to see you all. Fiji games? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of Fiji games tonight. Fiji's not been letting me down. I think we've only had one loss so far, and that was just more that our team died rather quickly, and what was left for me and Sax to deal with was basically a lot more than we could really handle, and the enemy team just managed to get slightly better positioning on us. I messed up and overextended out my smoke, and yeah, the rest was history. Jesus, exactly that, Major. They nerfed the research point gain even more than the skill gain. The skill gain was bad enough in tanks with premium before. Okay, I see what you mean. So basically, you've ended up with a lot more lower skill players at the higher tiers. Yeah, no, that's understandable, I guess. Well, it's understandable how that could impact the game, is what I mean. I know I have my complaints with Wargaming, but Ganji is another level entirely. I believe you're referring to Enlisted with the infantry, different game, same developer. That might be it then. I think I saw it being play tested in War Thunder as like either a Christmas event or April Fool's event. But I guess I'm not surprised that it's gone as a standalone. Oh, SL is Silver Lions, but basically credits. Oh, okay. Fair enough. That makes it a bit. Yeah, I'm not a War Thunder person. I mean, like, when it comes to War Thunder, like, in regards to playing naval vessels, I'll probably play World of Warships. Because I think I prefer the mechanics and stuff and had the looks around it on that. If it came to tanks, I probably would play War Thunder. Because I think it seems like War Thunder is a bit more intriguing with tanks than with World of Tanks. I mean, the perfect tank gameplay I'd really like to do, I think it's Postscriptum. That seems really quite interesting because that's that actually gives you the internal friction of a tank with a crew, because you have each player plays a place within the tank crew. And Postscriptum does look very interesting, although I'm never going to be a PC gamer, I must confess. Right. Ooh, Enlisted apparently seems to be quite a good game. Intrigued. I guess we go for the Bravo Capsacks. Enemy team, Benson and Division with Italian. Oh, that could potentially be a big smoke screen and radar combo. Then we have a Fiji, Atlanta, more radar, and KG5. And this map's always a bit on the small side as well. And there's lots of cover in the centre.
Show them what we've got, chaps.
This map has always been a slightly awkward map for me. Yeah, it's always the easiest map to lose on, isn't it? Measly, I think the only time I prefer this map is tier 4 when I play the Fur Attacker a lot. In the Exeter, it's all right, but because there's quite a lot of cover to the north and south this map, it's very hard to cover both flanks and the centre. Yeah, Gneiss now is just playing a little bit too aggressive. He's probably going to end up overextending and getting torpedoed by a DD. What's the enemy battleship? KG5, okay. Enemy Fiji spotted. Want to engage. Atlanta spotted. Can't engage the Atlanta. Tallinn. Benson spotted.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
So I'm outside of radar range of all their radar cruisers, at least for now. KG5's turn now. It looks like the Talon's going to try and turn in. Do I have the... Eisenhower has certainly put his brave pants on. I think I can just about reach the Talon over the island.
Smoke generator activated. Screen set.
Ben's turn now. Don't see if we can finish the Talon off. I'll switch into the Benson. If not, okay, I'm gonna have to go for the Atlantic now. Damn, I've lost eyes. Okay, switching to the Benson. Nice. I'm gonna try and get spotting for myself here. Just quickly check the laptop, make sure I haven't left it in office mode. Yeah, like just nose in.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
It's all on you.
Ooh. Is this... I could just try and hand myself over and get dev struck. I just doubt I'm going to be able to pull this off. I'm going to need the KG5 to try and rush me. and then hope I can win a torpedo engagement with the...
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Nope. Ah. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's good. I'd rather we both go down a star rather than retain a star, if you get what I mean. Let's see, where did I get to? Never given this the shot yet. We'll consider it, but given who's behind it, that's always the thing. If you think where WG is wallet hungry, you ain't seen nothing yet. Oh, good night. Good night, GSOC. Have a good night. It is 10 o'clock here in the UK. Take care of yourself. Tanks are my main thing in WT, War Thunder. Much prefer the damaged model to World of Tanks, yeah, no, I'd have to agree, which is another game I played for years on PC. That's fair enough. This is the thing, I am intrigued to find like a World War One or World War Two first person or even third person shooter on console. Because Battlefield 5 was incredibly disappointing. It had so much potential and it just did not deliver. I wouldn't mind having something along those lines. There's a couple out there that I need to probably do some investigating. The problem is the channel is named BackToThePort. So it means if I started doing other military games, which I am interested in doing, I'd have to potentially rename the channel or have a second channel, which would also mean that I'd have to then do less with this channel or this kind of content as well. It's intriguing because I do have a lot of military interest, military history interest, especially World War I, World War II. I have contemplated it. I have also contemplated doing like other naval games. Obviously, there's Naval Ops Warship Gunner, which is on PS2. The graphics are god awful, but I do want to live stream that just for the hell of it at one point. Maybe we might do a Battlefield 5 live stream again. If there's a couple of people in the community on the PlayStation who do have Battlefield 5, then it would be quite amusing to see if we could do like a community division or a couple of community divisions and play a couple of games. That would be quite amusing. Although I'm going to be incredibly rusty because I haven't played first-person shooters for a long time, so I'm probably going to be absolutely horrendous. Apart from that, I've got a couple of horror games, but I'm useless at horror games because I jump at everything, and I usually end up having to give up on horror games because I just can't take it anymore. My nerves are usually shot by about halfway through. I've also got some strategy games. Got XCOM, which is quite nice. I've been wanting to play XCOM live on stream, and then the idea would be to name people name some of the troops I have within the group, I guess you could say, after members of the chat in the community. That has been tempting at points, but I've never really had the time to sit down and crack on with it, I guess you could say. Domination Trident. Ooh, Mike gets going. I'm rank 3 now. Just Jervis. Yeah, this is the thing. Using the Jervis. Jervis is very nice. It would be my go-to destroyer for certain for ranked. Enemy team. Akatsuki Shores in a division, so radar, smoke and torpedoes. Then we have more radar in the form of the Belfast. Then we have a Fiji and a Colorado. So I might do a little bit of like a very similar kind of position I did last time, Sax. That's right.
Show 'em what we've got, chaps.
JB, XCOM 2 is one of my all-time favourites. Yeah, no, I really liked XCOM 1, and I played that a lot. I have XCOM 2, and I've played it quite a bit, but I've never finished it. I think I got to the final mission, and I just couldn't crack the final mission. And then I ended up like just putting it down and thinking, oh, I'll come back to it. And I just haven't come back to it since. And I've lost all my save data now, because obviously I've switched consoles, because my old PS4 packed up, so I ended up getting a new PS4. So XCOM, I would like to stream it, but I know it's quite a lengthy game to crack through the missions sometimes. So it would be quite amusing to do it. And again, I like the idea of naming members of the team after community members. That also means that, unfortunately, community members will die. But they will be forever remembered in the memorial, which I think is in the bar of the base. Shaw's has pushed up, 9-kilometer radar. Fiji's at the other cap, not sure where the Belfast is. I'm spotted. Yeah, probably Shaw's.
Concentrate fire on the designated target.
Yeah, that's alright, I'll work the Akatsuki over. I'm actually going to push towards your smoke screen. Shaw's is now gone.
An enemy cruiser, off to a cracking start.
Right, enemy division dealt with.
Requesting assistance.
Right, I'm going to borrow your smoke screen, Sax, because want not waste not. Obviously, we don't know where the Belfast is. That's the big issue at the moment. But it looks like the Colorado's for... Oh, I've just seen 2 teammates die. I'm not going to play that. Oh, Belfast spotted, but behind an island. That Akatsuki smoke screen is going to be about the same duration as yours, so that's got about 30 seconds left, I think. So I might just push up to that. Yeah, if you could. So Sax is going to drive into the Akatsuki smoke screen and tell me how long it's got left. 20-something seconds. So I should be able to get up to it. 15 seconds remaining, okay. So it should be running out any second now. Yeah.
Our team has taken the lead.
Gonna work the Colorado over from here. And then once this smoke screen is done for, I'll probably see if I can help you with the Belfast, but just watch yourself with the Belfast, Sax, because she's snug as a bug behind the island.
Victory is in sight.
Well, with control of all 3 of the caps and outnumbering the enemy team 2.5 to 1, I think we might be in a decent position to win this one. There we go. Right.
We sank their battleship.
Let's go see if we can work the Belfast over. Now we can just about see the stern of the Belfast there. Is the Belfast AFK? should be careful what I say, because obviously any tips and tricks I give you against Belfast is going to be against Fiji. But the Citadel, best place to hit the Citadel on the Belfast and the Fiji is between the two funnels. Because that's where the Citadel deck armor is the thinnest, and therefore if you can punch through the deck armor or the upper armored belt, you should be able to punch into the Citadel because the armor is the thinnest. So that's the perfect place to kill a Belfast and a Fiji. If you could just forget about that, that'd be much obliged. Atlanta and our team doing some nice work as well. Let's see. JB, you beat XCOM 2 on every difficulty. Nice. I need to get back into it. The problem is it's quite a time sink, I find. I'd have to see if maybe I can play like 4 hours a week or something. Market's Gaming. Given listed the chance off stream, I might have to look into that maybe. Faz, I'll volunteer for your squad, Major. I'll be the tip of the spear. Well, if Vaz wants to be tip of the spear, you'd have to be the assault class. But my cheeky trick with XCOM 2 is I don't bother with the shotguns in the assault class. I just buy enough assault rifles for the team, and then I give the assault rifles to the assault class and the support class. And that basically then means I then only need like sniper rifles for the marksman class and LMGs and grenade launchers for the heavy class. And then I usually like to run like 2 assault, 2 support, 1 sniper, 1 assault. Once I can manage to get my squad size maxed out to, is it 6? But yeah, you guys are making me tempted to play XCOM 2 at some point. The wife is away on Sunday. Maybe. XCOM 2. Be interesting to do like a random 2-hour stream of it, maybe. I might consider it. Oh, well, what are we up to? Wow. Saxes, you're only 1 star behind me, aren't you? So I'm rank 5 and 1 star, and Sax is rank 5 flat. So we're only 3 stars away from rank 3. Does that mean we've only actually lost 2 games? That's not bad. Yeah. Need 2 hours. I think it'd probably take about another hour to get to rank 3, worst case scenario. And it might take like another hour and a half to get from, well, probably another 2 hours to get from rank 3 to rank 1. So we should be able to achieve rank 3 this live stream. And then I think we'll have to do rank 3 to 1 tomorrow. I was going to give you the option there, Sax, whether you want to do that. Both could. It's just the missus might not like it so much for me. Me and Sax are discussing. We're not going to be able to finish rank this stream. That's for certain. It's just we will probably have to wrap it up tomorrow. I think I'll let Sax have the privilege of streaming it, and I'll obviously I'll mention it here. I'm mentioning it now, I guess I can say. I guess I'll put like a community post out or something when we actually start it, maybe. Ooh, that is a lot of battleships. Mass Battlefast division on the enemy team is pretty much the opposite to us, or except the Belfast has no torpedoes, but it does have radar and HE. Gneisenhower, Colorado. So they haven't got a lot of maneuverability with their battleships in regards to the Colorados. So the Gneisenhower might find herself easily separated from the Colorados, or the Colorados might find themselves easily separated from their Belfast and Gneisenhower. So, enemy Belfast, 8.5 kilometer radar, 30 seconds duration. Although duration could be a little bit subject if they're using the Transformers Hot Rod Commander. Well, me and Sax are hot off the starting blocks. Meanwhile, the North Carolina hasn't moved yet. Is pretty much given up on the game, I think. Colorado spotted. Belfast spotted. I'm gonna start smoking up here then, because I'm spotted by the maps.
Smoke screen set.
Okay, switching to it. Just beware of the Belfast radar. You actually in range. Yeah, I was gonna say it can't be by much. Probably only about 100 or 200 meters. Oh, he's. Yeah, torping the Belfast for sure.
Teammate, I need your support. All stations, reporting the position of the target.
Belfast is flexing. Can retreat almost like directly away from him, but keep him spotted. Right, I'll let you finish the Belfast. I know I'm firing on him, that's why I actually finished the Belfast.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
Gonna keep working these Colorados over, I think. Switch it.
Team has taken the lead.
Yeah. Oh my, indeed. At least you're distracting them, Sax. Sax is... Yeah, nice. Oh, there goes a lot of my HP. A nice, managed to get a nice volley on the mast there, which oh, Sax to get a bit more of an upper hand in the engagement. This Colorado is angled very nicely. Keep firing until 4.4 clicks.
Victory is in sight.
Oh. Not much more I can do from this position. Oh. I was feeling that this is one of the reasons why I prefer the Fiji over the Belfast, is because that short fuse AP does a lot more damage against enemy DDs. And every little counts in, like, trying to obviously kill the enemy DD. Especially when supporting Sax, because their Sax was down most certainly in regards to HP. And as Sax was saying in my left ear, I'm going to die, I'm going to die, I'm going to die. Although there was a bit more French in it, there was a lot more F words. But yeah, so we managed to get like one volley onto the mass, which was just enough, thankfully. Enemy Goliath now is running. Enemy Colorado is running. I think we've got this all wrapped up. Yeah, I'm not even gonna.
Victory is in sight.
So yeah, got like our battleships on the right flank have done the right thing. Like they've even North Carolina, who said get back at the start, is actually like he's pushed up at the right time. This is the thing. Sometimes as soon as you remove the enemy DD, your battleships suddenly become like completely different people. They suddenly go. Sometimes they can go from like being. When there's a DD in the game, sometimes they are incredibly passive because they don't want to get torpedoed. As soon as you kill the enemy DD, it's like a completely different story, and they suddenly are like it's the colours to the wind, and here we go. Yeah, so Sax saying it's quite amusing that change, because when there's, even though with destroyers, like although the mindset changes because the destroyer's gone, it's amusing that there's still, say, cruisers and battleships with torpedoes.
Nice work.
Oh, I don't want to shoot, but I might have to shoot. There we go. Nothing special, but we got there. Sean, personally, I think the Colorado is a poor ship, big guns, and that's it. It's slow and squishy, and you would have to pay me to play it. I'd completely agree. I think Colorado is a poor choice for a battleship for ranked. I think with battleships you want maneuverability and hitting power. And that's why I think at the moment I would probably say Sinop's a good choice. North Carolina is quite a good choice. If you're into that playstyle, Gneisenauer might be a good choice. But with Gneisenauer you have to play aggressive, and if you play with a passive team, you might find yourself being isolated and focused very quickly. So you have to. Gneisenauer is very situational. KG5 is intriguing because she does a lot of HE damage, but that's about it. Nelson could be a good choice, but Nelson's very... You've got to focus very much on positioning. But even then, Nelson's not that fast either. She is a bit faster than the Colorado, but not the fastest. And this is the thing. This is why I think maybe like Nagato might be a bad choice as well, because Nagato again is big guns but a bit slow. Although she has had a recent speed buff, but her accuracy is a bit too questionable for my liking. Leon's an interesting choice because she's got a lot of speed, but you have to remember she only has 14-inch guns, so there's quite a lot of the tech tree cruisers can angle against those shells. So you really have to pick your moments. But yeah, I think like when I look at the what I call the shipping forecast, when I'm looking at the ships in the enemy teams, when it comes to battleships, Gneisenauer concerns me, but mostly because they're going to try and push in hard. Same with a Scharnhorst, so they could be on top of me very quickly. Otherwise, it's things like the Sinop and North Carolina, which make me very concerned because they've got 16-inch guns and they can use those very effectively. And then pretty much with most other battleships, I might take note of a Nagato and a Nelson and a Colorado because they do have those 16-inch guns. But I'm not necessarily quaking in my boots about their presence in the game, because the accuracy on them can be a bit questionable at times, and usually they lend themselves to playing a bit further back. A Leon can be quite concerning, especially when I'm playing the Fiji, because that's a lot of AP shells coming down range. Leon can make a Fiji go pop very quickly, which makes it probably like a great choice to counter our gameplay. But it also means that you're sacrificing that big gun kind of playstyle against a lot of other cruisers and battleships, because if you can have a battleship with 15-inch guns or higher, you can overmatch every single cruiser apart from the Cheshire, and you can overmatch the bow of pretty much every battleship, obviously subject to a lower icebreaker, like on the Sinop. Hood is an interesting choice because of her speed and maneuverability, but also Hood also suffers from being focused sometimes, so you have to be a little bit cautious with her. She's great for like repositioning and getting those flanks, so she could be quite good at that. The downside of Hood is obviously sometimes because she's a bit fast, if you go charging up the centre or something, you'll get focused very quickly because she has that very thin deck armour. Right.
Action stations.
So we got Munchkin, which is a fast German light cruiser. Scharnhorst Tallinn. I'll have a look at the enemy team once I've got my bearings all sorted, calling them out as a Beatsviska. We finally have our first Vilma in the game, with division with a Nelson, then we have a Fiji and a Helena. Well, our friendly Munchkin.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
Helena. And the Weimar. And the Fiji. They're all snuggling up behind that island, it would appear. Oh, and without knowing, I've already started on the run. My apologies. I shouldn't have done that. I think I'm going to stay guns quiet as the enemy take up position behind the island. Oh, the enemy Weimar is nearly dead. There she goes. Enemy Fiji has taken a bit of a punch, so I'm going to chance my arm at firing on that while I'm detected. I'm going to do a bit of a blind fire, but I've now gone undetected, so the Bitsevitska is probably behind the island on your left side. If you're right, engaging. I'm going to turn in, so I'm going to be disengaging X and Y turret.
We destroyed their victory is in sight.
I've got to find the gap in these torpedoes. Although no, my luck, I've predetermined the gap I want to go to. There we go. Look there. Helena's pushing, so I'm going to keep flexing up as well. Same. Now with the Helena, she can be quite awkward in regards to the location of her citadel because it's very low to the water line. But I think we might get a torp hit. Make that too.
Victory is in sight.
I've no idea how long the Bitsevitska smoke screen's got left, but we might as well make a dash for it. Oh, there's another smoke screen, so that's the Fijis. This is why I like Reginald Tywit on the British Light Cruise as well, because he makes that torpedo reload really quick, so you've almost always got torpedoes that you can depend upon. I might pop a smoke screen here then.
Smoke generator activated.
For some reason it's going to unlock and relock into Nelson because it's giving me some lock-on issues. I think we're going to get one torpedo. Yeah, it's unlocking. If you have like lock-on issues with your guns, unlocking and relocking is a very good trick. It kind of resets it. It's a trick I learnt off of Eternal Abyss, who noted that was the way to fix it. Rank 4 and 1. Nice bit of work. We'll probably see if we can maybe do one more star, and then we'll probably call that the end of the stream. Or maybe we might see if we can. Actually, we might see if depend, because I'm 1 star ahead of Sax. What I'll do is we'll try to get Sax to rank 3, and then that means he's at safe zone. And if I'm at rank 3 as well, because maybe he comes top of the team and we lose one, or we both win and we end up at rank 3 and 1. Obviously, this is all subject to change. But the plan would be then to have like Sax at a safe zone where all he has to do is gain 1 star to get all 1, hopefully not 2 stars in order to get the same level as myself. Stumpy, the Hood. Do you feel it's the thing is with Hood? I have heard people being successful with it in ranked. I think Eternal Abyss is one who said he used Hood in ranked and managed to do very well in it. I think it just with Hood it very much you're going to have quite a lot of discipline in regards to your play style, because you're going to have to like try and get around the flanks to get crossfires and support your team by getting crossfires. You don't want to be charging in, and you have to pretty much recognize whenever you're going to get focused. You need to almost like break off those engagements and try and keep your engagements as much as you can to 1v1s. But Hood does have some very nice belt armor and some very nice gun angles. You'll probably see, if you look through some of my like Hood plays in live streams, I like to go stern in with the Hood against enemies, and that way I can always accelerate out, and then that way that kind of helps with the Hood. It means you push slowly sometimes, but you can run away quite quickly should you find yourself being focused very quickly. And then that's when you're expecting, say, a lot of enemies, so you can kind of like use your speed to try and keep it as a 1v1 engagement and keep angled. Once the enemy starts to get whittled down and you notice that now it's time to push, then you also have to turn your Hood around and start pushing in. And obviously going broadside on it is risky, but then this is why I always recommend speed build with Hood, because you're doing, I think it's 38 knots, you won't be showing broadside for too long, even though you do have a 1 kilometer turning circle, because you're going to be getting round nice and quick. So sometimes with maneuverability, it's always nice. You always have to try and balance the rudder shift with speed. No need to apologise for a rum. Yeah, I just didn't mean to crack it out so early. But yeah, chin chaps, we seem to be doing all right so far. It's just these wait times are. We're now pushing it to about 3 minutes now, which is interesting, because the question is, are we being pushed up to 3 minutes because of lack of players or because of too many players? Because if it's a lack of players, obviously that would make sense. But if it's like too many players, what I'm thinking is like there's too many destroyers, so therefore the queue times for a destroyer or destroyer related division is now longer. I don't think matchmaking happens in ranked in regards to your win ratio and rank. We have seen occasionally sometimes trends, but there hasn't been any concrete evidence. Right, domination neighbours. Ishashio, Vilma, Scharnhorst, Helena, Nagato. So, torpedo relay booster destroyer, rapid fire cruiser, no radar. And part of me is also surprised that my controller has not died as yet. I'll have to check the battery level between games.
Action stations.
Sax's RDF is pointing generally towards the Bravo objective, which potentially means we might get off a bit lightly at the Alpha objective. Bravo objective makes sense sometimes for ships that don't have good armor or cover, because I've got a smoke screen, I can kind of chance the open water, but for some other cruisers the islands might make sense. What's that, Sax? Oh, something at Alpha. Okay. There's the Helena. No, by Michelle. Okay. So even by just some simplistic information, Sax has been able to pretty much determine that the enemy Shashio does not have perceptive or twist and track on. Furthermore, the nearest ship is generally between him and the Helena, probably the Helena. Be interesting to see whether it changes shortly as he gets closer to the Vilma. Some good intelligence. Right, I'm now spotted.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen set.
I'm only going to be able to use A and B turrets on this at the moment, thanks.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Enemy flyer blown up. Off to a cracking start.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of this as well. Thankfully, I guess they're the Vilmer's torps. I should be able to dodge these torps.
Feuer auf festgelegtes Ziel konzentrieren.
Gotta focus the Vimer for as long as feasible. Reason being is obviously the Vimer is the highest DPM on the enemy team. Not the highest alpha strike. The battleships obviously always have the highest alpha strike. How long's your smoke got left, Sax? Okay. Well, gotta push up round towards you, Sax, in order to support you.
Taken the lead.
Helena is offering me broadside, but it's very risky. We'll see, I could take a shot actually. No, the turrets aren't catching up. Nice. Gonna see if we can work the Vimer over from here. Right, time to smoke up.
Smoke generator activated. Smoke screen.
Thank God for overpens. Right, so my aim here is to work over the Scharnhorst. Sax has managed to get flooding on her before the Nagato closes in range. Sax should finish off the Scharnhorst now. No, sure, he should have stopped it. There we go.
We sank their battleship. Our team has
Aiming for the superstructure of the Nagato, hoping for overpens. Oh, there's a double strike.
enemy battleship sunk. We got two of them.
Switching to the Vimer. Torpedoes from the Scharnhorst passing to my stern. I've lost sight of it. Oh no. I was about to get a little bit cocky there and say if I can get the Vimer, there's a good chance I might be able to get a Kraken, but Kraken denied. Another major. Oh, so if I did get, if only I could have got the Vilmer, then we could have been looking at a nice cheeky little Kraken there in ranked, which would have been very nice to top things off. Rank 3, which was our target, we're going to try to do one more, get Sax into the safe zone, and then we'll be calling that the end of the stream. I do apologise if if it has been slightly repetitive in regards to it's the same ship over and over again. But then again, I'd always recommend play what you're familiar with at ranked. I think chopping and changing can lead to more defeats, I find. When I've done it previously and I've gone, oh, I'm not quite happy with this ship, what if I played this ship? And then you get like 1 or 2 wins, and then you start losing again. It's like, oh, maybe it's because of this. Maybe just at the end of the day, it's just like just stick with your guns. If you know you're good in a certain ship, know you're good at a certain class of ship, just stick with it, because at the end of the day, that be the best you can be, I guess you could say. Hello, Jeff Pemberton. Hello. Not much reply, Sean. We're nearly there. And once we get to rank 3, we'll have a look at the stats. But I think we've done reasonably well. And then I think what we'll probably do is we'll call it there. And then I'll give Sax the privilege of live streaming this tomorrow. Although with Sax, it's a bit we won't know when. It'll probably be about the same time as this live stream, but obviously subject to his work and stuff, and obviously my wife. But yeah, what I'll do, I'll also put a community post out when we start streaming so people can know. Or the other one is that maybe I just put a video out. I've seen people do that before, where they put a video out and say I'm streaming here or something. Or potentially maybe I might do like a short mini stream at the start of it, and then like redirect to your stream and then and then end maybe. A couple of options, or maybe I live stream it all. It depends. I'll have to enter negotiations with the wife. Joining late, but better than never. No, that's fair enough. It's fair enough. We seem to be doing all right. Sean says, "Good luck, Sax." Sax either we have to win this game, or Sax has to come first place. So I think if things are looking a bit like one-sided, like our team's not doing too well, and it doesn't look like we can win, I might surrender my ship and hand it over to the enemy, almost like get myself killed deliberately to make sure I don't come first place. But obviously that's if Sax is still alive. If Sax is not still alive, I might even still try it, unless Sax just says, yeah, no, there's no way I'm going to get first place in this. I think Stumpy them. I'm not sure. The thing is, you always have to wonder what the typo might be. It might be Sax has been doing well. Jeff, yes, play ship that you play well in. Doesn't matter if other people think it's a good ship or not. That's sometimes true. Yes. Sean, offer wine and chocolates for the wife. That helps. Oh yeah, might. Well, the other one is like we've both got the day off on Saturday, so what I might do, I might just say to you might just say yes to whatever the wife wants to do, and then I'll blackmail her in the evening and say, well, we have spent the whole day doing what you want to do, love. I'd now like to do what I'd like to do. Faz just got another Kraken in the Gorky. Very nice. This is the thing, like, personally, I don't like playing the Gorky, but having played against the Gorky, it does concern me when I have come up against her, because she can be very awkward to put down. Right, enemy team, Minsk. Oh, a Minsk. Oh boy. Azara in York, a Shan Horse in North Carolina. Minsk is probably a really bad decision for a destroyer.
Capture that area.
I can't believe I've seen a Minsk. I can't believe I've seen a Minsk in ranked. Oh.
Show them what we've got, chaps.
Because when it yeah, Minsk. I'd say Minsk is probably a worse choice than the Akatsuki and the Hatsuharu. I know I said like hybrid, then gunboat, then torpedo boat, but I think the Minsk is just like it's such a poor choice. No, Minsk has got no hybrid. She's a pure gunboat, but a pure gunboat in ranked is very risky because, right, especially considering, say, the Minsk. The reason why it's quite risky is because the Minsk has incredibly poor detectability. You're never going to be able to torpedo anything without being spotted. Your only advantage is you're fast and obviously gunny, but the downside of that is the only way you're ever going to do any damage is by shooting. So, as like a Minsk is, I think, quite a poor choice because late game, say you do manage to win that engagement against the enemy DD, you're always going to be trading HP for damage, regardless of what you do, because you can't stealth torpedo. You're always going to have to be spotted in order to achieve damage, unless you're using one of your 2, maybe 3 if you're playing fully packed or something like that, smoke screens. It's a very risky choice. This is why I don't like. This is the thing. The York has done. As a cruiser, I'd never push in too close initially, because you'll get spotted, and the York has unfortunately lost about half his HP by being spotted broadside onto the enemy. Enemy York spotted, and it looks like he's beelining straight towards Sax. I'd be tempted probably not for you to push any further south than that. Is that the Zara dropping smoke? Yeah, it's got to be the Zara dropping smoke. So I'm going to stop about here and start dropping my smoke screen. Now, the reason why I really like the Fiji is she has a lot more better acceleration, deceleration, and maneuverability.
Smoke screen set. Enemy battleship detected.
So we're engaged in the York. Anticipating the York will come around the corner. Now York's got... yeah, York looks like he just wants to live. Enemy Minsk is AFK, going to Sax. Sax just needs to try and survive being point blank range from a North Carolina, but with the Minsk being over there, I'm actually in a feasible position to push in and grab the Charlie cap. So with my Fiji, obviously using Regional Tyrant, I do have Look at Me Now, which is protected by 6%. I've also got a Type 4 permanent camouflage, which is therefore reducing my text speed by another 4.5%, and then I've also got the concealment module as well. Which does mean in situations where it's viable, I can use my cruiser a bit more aggressively and close in. However, the Scharnhorst closing in, that's concerning.
Team has
Frankly, Scharnhorst has got a majority of her turrets pointing the wrong way. And she's also continued her engagement against our team to the north. .11-inch guns. I might be able to do this on the belt. Yep, managed to do most of that against the belt. Zara's firing HE. Should be able to go disengaged now. Nice work, Sax. I guess you'll be able to work over the AFK Minsk from there. just stay isolated from the Scharnhorst and the Zara. Zara's smoked up. I think I'm the one who's spotting the Scharnhorst for our team. So although I'm very, very tempted to pop a smoke screen and try and work this Scharnhorst over, at the same time I don't want to. It's just gone into a smoke screen. I've just fired in the hope that I can get a defender ribbon on the Scharnhorst. There's the Zara.
Smoke generator activated.
Victory is in sight.
Oh, fingers crossed it's bouncing the belt. Zara's definitely launching her torpedoes. There's no reason for her to offer that much broadside unnecessarily. So on goes the sonar. Now, obviously, by being an Italian cruiser, she does have long-range torpedoes. They do hurt very much, but at the same time, they're also very slow, so it's more advantageous for me to get my sonar on straight away to take those torpedoes as quickly as possible, which gives me a maximum amount of time to respond to them. And she's going broad again, so she's certainly trying to get torpedoes out. There's her first batch of torpedoes. There she goes.
Victory is in sight.
I think we should be clear of... Yeah, we're clear. The rest of our team looks pretty much in tip-top condition. Now the Scharnhorst is angled, obviously makes her, there she goes. Well, there we go. I think that's going to be all the ranked that we're going to have time for today. So we managed to do 2.5 hours of ranked and get to rank 3 and 1 star, which means there's 5 stars remaining. Sucks, pipping me to the post there, very nice, very nice. Let's have a look at, first of all, let's open up our crate for our hard work effort so far. And then we'll also take a look at our stats so far as well. Of course, we have the usual, very slow, because I'm on PlayStation 4, obviously the slower processing power in comparison to PlayStation 5, but we have no likely to change that. Nothing special, but we're not really expecting anything special. So how have we been able to do? Obviously, we're playing in a division, therefore our win ratio is going to be quite good anyway, but managed to do an 83% win ratio with 12 games so far. Obviously, it gives you a total idea on how many times I've played the Fiji. So obviously, Fiji's my most played tier 6 ship. Exeter's my most played tier 5 ship. Or at least per season. So, yeah, I mean, Icarus overall, but we got Fiji, Exeter, Surrey, Albemarle, Fiji, Exeter, Furataka, Exeter, Furataka, Exeter, Furataka, and then we have Cossack way back when. And then statistics, just this season, 12 battles played, 10 victories, 2 losses. Survived 10 of them, so I've only actually died twice, and I think those have been when we lost, so if I die we lose. It seems to be 43% gun accuracy, 8% torpedo accuracy, sunk 21 ships, so got a KD ratio of 1.8 so far. Spotting ratio way down at only 10% because Sax is doing the spotting, I'm doing the DPM. And we managed to do most of our main kills, well, most of our kills by our main battery, 2 by torpedoes and 1 by fire or flooding, and we've only actually spotted 1 enemy ship this entire season so far. So that's That's amusing. But at least that means that I'm doing what I'm doing. Sacks. Yeah, if you want to share your stats, that's perfectly fine by me. Meanwhile, in the background, I'll quickly check some things. So we get Sax's stats. Obviously, he's on the other side of the fence, I guess you could say. But I think it's worth showing because obviously it shows how the other half lives, I guess you could say. So in regards to Sax, his statistics: 11% torpedo ratio and a 59% main battery accuracy. But we've kind of discussed the main battery accuracy is because with Sax he's close quarters engagements usually, so he has a slightly higher main battery accuracy due to that, but also better torpedo accuracy as well, because I fire out a lot of like aerial denial torpedoes simply because I have that very quick reload. Again, 10 victories, 2 defeats, 11 battles survived, so pretty much Sax will usually always live. He's only actually ever died once in this, so again it means that Sax has that ability to try and carry through. And in comparison, amount of warships spotted, 45. So I've spotted 1, Sax has spotted 45. He's managing to do a KD ratio of 1.2 as well, so between us we are killing about 3 of the enemy ships every game, which is quite high. We certainly are doing the damage for our team. He's only been able to kill 14 ships, 7 with battery, 6 with torpedoes, and 1 from fire and flooding. So we're not getting many kills from fire or flooding, which is quite interesting. And again, obviously, he's got the same win ratio of 83%, obviously using instead of 35. And yeah, so we've been doing all right. We've got 5 stars remaining, I believe. We're probably wrapped up on Sax's live stream. So we'll work out what we're doing in regards to that and whether I stream it as well. Obviously, that just depends on the negotiations with the wife. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to let Sax go for the evening. But thanks for coming along, Sax. Thanks for helping me out with ranked. And I'll just quickly the division or the party. There we go. Right. So. There we go. That's it all mostly nearly wrapped up. I think we'll probably need about another hour and a half at least in order to finish ranked, and it is just gone 11 o'clock at night. So if I do another hour and a half, we'll probably be looking at like half midnight. I know that gets a bit awkward, especially for people from Europe. But like I say, thank you for everyone coming along. Sean, I'd rather take out a dinghy than the Minsk. It seems like the player in the enemy team, as soon as he took his Minsk out and got into a game, went, nah, we're not going to win this one, and just went AFK on that one. As just says, Sean knows what he's talking about. Flowers too as well. I don't think I'll be able to get flowers in time, unfortunately. So Jeff's just finished the Gorky. Not a bad ship at all. It's a playstyle thing, and I just don't like the playstyle, unfortunately. But she is a good ship, and she has put me in a spot of bother whenever I've encountered her, is the best way to put it. The manager has said it now. Here we go. Minsk will be MVP. Jeff Northey York. Jeff loves the Fiji. Everyone loves the Fiji. The Fiji is probably, personally, I think, is one of the strongest tech tree cruisers for certain at the tier. She's certainly in this kind of division play, which me and Sax are doing with 1 DD for spotting, 1 smoke cruiser for the DPM. It works very well. Good evening, Pixamo. Good evening. We're just wrapping up. Vaz, you're just off. Much obliged for coming along there, Vaz. Enjoy your weekend. Yeah, everyone enjoy your weekend. I know that people are probably dropping off now, but if you can give the stream a thumbs up, it obviously helps. Sean watching the minutes might spot you. Good evening, Andy Mack as well. Good evening. Been using the Talon and nearly won every game. Yeah, no, Tallinn is definitely a strong choice, I think, for the season of ranked as well. She's a 70-inch tanky radar cruiser, something to be concerned about for certain. At the moment, we have not encountered one being played very well, but that's all subject to change as people get used to it. Jeff, strong division, both great players. Well, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, me and Sax have been doing this for a good while. I pretty much wouldn't. Me and Sax have been playing ranked like this for, I want to say, over a year now. We play socially on the occasion, but when it comes to ranked, I know how Sax plays. Sax knows how I plays, and we complement each other very well. And so pretty much, like, when it comes to ranked, I won't touch it unless, like, I'll negotiate with Sax, work out times, work out things like that, and I'll only play with Sax unless we both agreed that we're going to go solo or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Sax. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. It's funny watching Spartan talk about Royal Navy ships, including the Fiji. I haven't checked that out. I have seen those videos pop up on my recommended, but I haven't got around to watching them, I guess you could say. Oh well, much obliged to everyone who has come along. While we'll put the Fiji in the background to look nice and pretty. She's most certainly done very well tonight with only 2 losses. So I'm very pleased with Fiji's performance tonight. I do like the Fiji very much. So going all the way back to the start of the stream, I'd like to say thank you to Mike X Gaming, to Warships for Life, to Vaz Vegas, to Cheese Toasty, to Sean Whitling, to Salty Sax, who's obviously been helping out with the division while we've been playing tonight. I want to say, I say Sean Whitling as well, many thanks. Thank you to Jamin as well. Thank you to Dr. Kangaroo. Thank you to AJ, sorry. I'm just going to say AJ because I'm probably going to mess up that name. I do apologise. Thank you to Joshua Mitchum as well. And did we have anyone else pop by today? Obviously, thank you to Stumpy West, much obliged. Thank you to JB. Good to see you as well. Inspiring me to try and play a bit of XCOM 2. I'm very tempted. I am very tempted. Maybe we might do it as a Christmas thing or something. Thank you to Jeff Pemberton, who managed to make it towards the end of the stream. And obviously thank you to Pixel Mug as well. Thank Dang D Mac. I think that's everyone who's obviously commented in the stream. I hope you don't mind this kind of like one ship focused ranked gameplay. I know it might not be to everyone's taste, but I also know that sometimes like seeing ranked gameplay and seeing slightly competitive gameplay can be slightly more of interest to people. And it's a slightly different dynamic, especially with having Sax in the division. I might see if we can obviously get Sax within the actual chat so we can so you can hear him. But obviously, Sax is not as PG as myself, is the best way to put it. I have like a filter. I can switch on and off my filter pretty much most of the time. Whereas Sax is a little bit of a potty mouth, and so obviously it doesn't. We'll have to see. We'll give it a go. We might have to get some duct tape for Sax. Thanks for streaming, Major. Take call and all. Enjoy the weekend. You enjoy the weekend as well. Take care and all. Good stream. Well, thank you, Sean. Thank you. And Stumpy is next my catchphrase. But yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, everyone. And thank you for coming along. And what I'm going to do is say, look after yourselves, stay safe, stay well, have a nice weekend, enjoy the rest of your Friday, and until next time, I'm the Gap Major, and back to the port.